Well, we're back up to the start, and this is the Remenham Challenge Cup, one that you can talk to us about, Jess, in a second. And we have got a crew from the Netherlands, Okeanos and Willem for third, up against University of London and Molesey.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here on the booking station on the right of your screen is a kind of GB under-23 development team. So that tier below the national squad, they'll be faces we will see in the next 10 years or so.
And as we see here, we've leapt on up the course, but as you say, this GB development crew with the very multicoloured kit representing all the different clubs that they represent. Not in red, white and blue today. They'll be hoping to be in red, white and blue in the future. But as it is, they're doing pretty well. Coming here, what have we got? That's the 3/4 mile on the left of that shot, showing that they're into their third quarter of the race.
Yeah, and I think these girls are at the stage where they're pushing to, go to the GB trials, catch the eye of the selectors, and actually put in performances that are going to cement their places at the Under-23 World Championships. I think they're about to go off to Rotterdam. I think they're going to get to race there as the second GB 8, and get the first kind of tasters of international racing.
Well, this will be a good experience for them. They'll want to progress as far as they can in this, the Remenham Challenge Cup, coming up against this crew from the Netherlands, a student club who finished third and fourth in coxless fours at the national trials in the Netherlands, and then fourth in the 8 at the national championships. As we have a look here along this Great Britain development crew.
A stroke there by Nicole Lamb. She's quite an experienced row in the stroke seat. Foxed by Morgan Banyan-Williams, who saw boxing the GB Women's 8 last week in the World Cup. So they're switching around coxes. They're still trying to select the final cox for the senior Women's 8 crew. So Morgan's a very experienced cox, and she'll be leading her girls down this course well today.
Well, they're moving well. There's some experience in the middle of this crew. Heidi Long sitting in the 5 seats. She won silver at the Under-23 World Championships. Now studying out at the University of Virginia. But they're moving pretty well and making it difficult for this crew from the Netherlands.
Yeah, and again, as we mentioned in the last race, you almost don't always know how fast these international crews are coming across. They're obviously very good if they're qualifying for the events. You know they're going to be overstanding, but this GB Under-23 development crew, they're walking away now.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Coming in front of that competitors' enclosure, and then the main stand in front of them, the Mile in the 8th restaurant, and then they'll come down to those grandstands. It'll be an appreciative crowd to see them representing so many different clubs. We see the Leander, all-in-ones of the Bow pair, Natasha Harris-White and Susanna Deere. Quinn Batten is able to stand in front of the umpire's launch. We see this lovely shot with all of the crowds behind. There's a few bars that are open, a few bars that will be doing good business over this lovely Friday lunchtime. Flags of Remenham Club just disappearing on the right, Upper Thames just disappearing on the right. Having a look now at the bows of this Dutch boat as they look to pick this up, coming in front of the grandstands.
Yeah, I think these girls are still going for it, Greg. What do you think? They've not taken the rate down. We saw the GB International Women's 8 earlier, who looked a lot more comfortable than this at this stage of the race. But they're still working hard. They're probably practicing this and using it as some of their race practice for later on in the season.
Well, and I think they want to keep the rhythm, don't they? I guess just feeling like you know what you're all doing together. You talked about it, you planned it, really sitting there, just hanging off the handballs and just making sure they're still leaving the boat along as they're coming down in front of the stand. I think they'll be hurting, but I think they'll be enjoying it right now. You know you're going to win at this stage of the race, even though the crew from the Netherlands are really picking it up, really going for it, racing it in. They're going to execute the race plan they talked about when they left the landing stage, but it's not going to be enough to get them past this crew racing as the University of London and Molesey. We're going to call them the GB Development 8, and confirmation of that win for the crew from Great Britain over the crew from Netherlands in the Remenham.